Yeah, I would say maybe I would say there's three key challenges that people really have to be very conscious about. Number one, I would say it's really about what is the real objective here? Okay, why are we doing this? Why are we trying to virtualize our operation? Why are we investing in new software products to replace some of our hardware products? Or why are we investing in technology that allows us to orchestrate that virtual technology, whether that be software components, hardware components that I still have on premises, human resources, satellite capacity? Why is it that we're doing this? And it's not just a matter of saying, hey, it's about using new technologies. I'm going to install an all IP operation. I'm going to leverage some cloud services and then to say, hey, I'm there. This is what it's all about. My operation is virtualized. No, it's really about creating that environment where you can run your existing business. But once you have that up and running, that you can continuously evolve. We're really looking at a future that is evolving faster and faster in terms of technology evolutions, in terms of competitive landscape and all those things. So you really have to put yourself into a position where you can continuously evolve. And so the way you design and architect that entire technology stack that you have, the way you do it, is very definitive towards the success and the ability to continuously evolve. You can really take a lot of shortcuts. It's not that difficult to purchase third-party cloud services or to deploy a few servers and to run some software components or to build an IP network, for example, and to send some services across that network. But the way you design everything, the way you glue everything together, the way you model those different functions and bring them together and create a service offering is going to be very definitive towards being able to say, hey, I can evolve. I see new trends in the market. I see new technologies that I can integrate with my operation. I see new needs for my customers and to be able to respond with that. So the whole design of the technology stack is very, very important. That would be one of the first pitfalls, not just to take the new technology and kind of slam it together and think that you are there. No, the way you design it is very important. The second thing I would say is the new challenges. Okay, a lot of the new operational challenges are related to things like complexity. Most of these systems are way more complex as compared to what we used to have in the past. They have nonlinear behavior, for example, which means a small insignificant change on a single metric, on a single device, on a single resource could actually have a big impact on my operation. It could have a state of apparent stability. There's challenges like, for example, multi-cloud. If there's one thing that you can do very easily in a cloudified environment, it's burning money. So how do you control cost, for example? Or another one would be security. Cybersecurity is a very, very important topic. We talk about zero trust and all those things. But if you start building those virtualized environments, it becomes a real challenge. Now, complexity, multi-cloud, cost control, security, those should not be an afterthought, okay? These are things that you can design, okay? You can design them into your operation. I always say security by design, dealing with complexity by design. You can build and design that technology stack, do that virtualization, build that entire environment with those challenges in mind. To make it a little bit more practical, maybe, if I have a new resource, whether that be on-prem hardware or a new cloud service that I interface with or a new product that I launch, whatever it is, if you integrate that into your existing operation, it has to be easy. It has to be easy in the sense that as soon as I plug in that new technology and make it part, a new function in my operation, I have to deal automatically with security or complexity. Automatically, my artificial intelligence has to kick in and start analyzing the data coming from that new function or that new resource. So this is very important because I see a lot of people in the industry that basically consider this an afterthought. They first build and design complete new ecosystems, and then they start worrying about security or worrying about cost control on some cloud implementations or worrying about dealing with complexity. If you take these from day one and kind of build it into your architecture, it will come by design. Automatically, when I integrate with new resources or new infrastructure, my complexity, my multi-cloud strategy, my security, those things will be dealt with automatically. So I think that's a very important, pitfall where people forget about these things and try to deal with them after the fact, while you have the opportunity to deal with it by design. And last but not least, I would say virtualization and digital transformation is much more than technology, okay? It's also very much about people and methodology. Virtualization really impacts everything that you can think of in a business. And you can only live up to the promises that virtualization offers you when you manage to reorganize your entire business around that, okay? And to be able to establish, for example, agile teams, to be able to evolve towards a DevOps operation, because in the past, we come from an industry, especially in this industry, where we used to kind of like, hey, we plan something, we install a specific technology ecosystem, and we operate it. And we operate that for 4, 5, 6, 7, or even longer years. Today, you are basically moving into an environment that is virtualized, that gives you a lot of opportunity. But that means that rather than planning and installing, you are creating solutions, and you have to operate those solutions and continuously evolve those solutions as well. This is a classic DevOps approach that we know very well from the ICT industry, but it's very important for any organization now these days, even teleport operators, to really start carefully considering, what is DevOps? How does it work? How can I organize my operation to be more in line with a DevOps style of operation? How can I organize my teams and all the parts of the operation around that technology to be able to really leverage that? So that would be, another classic pitfall where I see people that think this is all about technology, and once we have that technology, we're going to get all the benefits from it. You really have to adapt your entire business, how it's organized, and everything around that new technology to be able to really leverage it.